I'm currently on day 5 of Subutex withdrawal. It's been exactly, let me work this out, 125 hours. I'm not feeling great, but I'm not feeling as worse as I have the past couple of days. The worst day for me, especially, was day 2. Um, Day 2, still haven't slept great either. But that's a whole different story. I just thought I would share some of the tips and some of the things which I have found incredibly useful, which have almost eliminated, if not minimized to a significant point, the withdrawal symptoms that I've been getting from not taking Subutex or Buprenorphine or Suboxone, whatever you want to call it. So some of these might sound a little bit stupid, and might not sound like they do anything, like old wives' tales, so to speak. The first thing is to use cold or warm packs, so ice packs, or you can get like hand warmers or leg warmers, or just things called warm packs, and you put those on your legs when your legs are aching, either when you're lying down, when you're trying to rest, or you're trying to go into sleep. It's easier for the pain to be eased that way. One thing I've also found incredibly helpful for reducing restless leg syndrome, which is obviously one of the hardest things to go through, moving your legs, what it feels like 6 times every 10 seconds. It really, really is hard. And that's to take a magnesium supplement. So between 500 milligram and 1,000 milligram works the best. If you're quite skinny, go for the 500 milligram. If you're, say, 13, 14 stone, go for the 1,000 milligram, and try and take that, say, 20 minutes before you go to sleep. Magnesium deficiency has been seen to be linked to restless leg syndrome, and I've definitely found that it works. Try to keep your legs elevated when you're resting. So if you can pile up pillows, if you've got books that you can put some blankets on top of so it's comfortable, or you can buy specific like elevated leg rests, and they allow you to keep your legs elevated, and for some reason this gets rid of pain and discomfort. The next one I know isn't easy. Today was the first day that I managed to push myself out of the comfort zone, which I'll talk about, which is really trying to force myself to exercise and really, really trying to work out. I took 2 dogs for a walk around the block. That took quite a while, took a lot of motivation, a lot of effort, and I did have to force myself. But I've also forced myself to do squats and star jumps, and really, really tried to push myself to keep active and do things, to have a walk around the shops and various other things, just to keep that blood pumping, just to tell myself I can do this, I can get through it, I'm going to be motivated. The next one is to bathe with Epsom salt. So it's called reviving Epsom salt. Bath salt is another name for it, I guess. You can also get liquid bubble bath, which is called muscle relaxant or has muscle relaxants in it. And you're meant to bathe for a minimum of 20 minutes in hot water using Epsom salt, bath salt, or muscle relaxant. That definitely does help. Again, I've tried that, that brings me on to a later point. And that point is, which is the next one that I've wrote down, having a warm shower twice a day. So once in the morning and once in the evening is best. Baths are also fine. On the first 3 days, I did hot shower, bath with Epsom salt, and then to get the best results from showering, it's best to shower 10 minutes before going to bed. And that way your body's kind of all soothed. I can promise you this, there is no better way of feeling good than showering before you go to bed. Well, not even just going to bed. The 10 minutes after you get out of the shower are the best 10 minutes you will probably feel in that first week. I know this is quite a simple one, but distract yourself as much as possible. Like keep yourself doing things, play games, Xbox, PlayStation, watch TV, watch Netflix, binge watch films, binge watch Friends, your favorite TV series, read books, even have long phone calls with people or FaceTimes. Anything that takes your mind away from things, write about the experience you're going through, and maybe reflect on it. Do a journal entry, just literally anything that takes your mind away from the thought of withdrawals. I didn't mention music with that, but music is a separate point. And if you listen to music, especially using headphones, so like a decent, not even a decent pair of headphones, but I guess a decent pair works better. Just listen to music through headphones, some upbeat stuff, things that can raise your motivation, things that makes you feel grounded. And this can take the brain away from the feelings that you're experiencing. And for some reason, like the music, apparently there's something called like binaural beats or something like that. And that helps to trick the brain into thinking different things. Drink Complan twice a day. Complan is a brand in the UK. I'm not sure if it's in the US, that is full of vitamins and minerals that can be used as a supplement for meals. And that just allows you to be having a constant, not balanced diet, but the equivalent of a balanced diet. An alternative that could be used is build-up shakes, protein shakes, and kind of those type of weight gaining shakes that are high in calories. You can get bars like snack bars that are the same, high in calories, high in protein. And that ensures that if you don't have the motivation to be making food and making meals, and you've not got someone to do that for you, then these will allow you to not lose weight and not over the course of the periods that you are withdrawing turn into quite a skinny mess. That being said, if you do have someone at home that can help you prepare meals, help give you food and stuff, that really is a benefit. Eat as much fruit and vegetables and salads as you can, because this will give your body the nutrients it needs. You need a perfect balance of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids and alkalis, and the best way to get that is have a really, really healthy diet. Drink at least 2 liters of fluids a day. Water is the best because it's just plain and simple and got nothing else in it. But 2 liters of fluids it is the best way forward. So mixing that with a balanced diet, you've got rice, pasta, get some potatoes in there, some carbs, and just really try to have an all-round diet that's especially high in fruits, veggies, and salads. When I speak about drinking 2 liters of fluids a day, I would avoid caffeine, coffee, chocolate, or any other products that contain caffeine and are therefore a stimulant. And this is especially important 4 hours before you go to sleep, because that's you don't want to be that caffeine to have an effect, because if you're already not sleeping, that caffeine has an impact on your sleep. So it's best potentially just to cut all of those products out for maybe 2 weeks or so. If you can afford a massage, if you are at the luxury point in your life that you can pay for a massage, definitely try that. If you've got a family member, a friend, or a partner that can give you one, that really does help to relieve aches and pains as well. Now, the next thing that I talk about are quite strange, but they have worked for me. Whether it's a placebo, I don't know. But there is science linked to it, I guess, and people have done small studies. Google it for yourself if you want to. But putting a bar of soap in your socks under your feet when you're sitting around or lying around in the house, apparently soap is high in iron or magnesium or something like that, and your body can sense that, and that helps again with the restless legs. Some people will put soap bars under the bed sheets, so either close to the legs, close to the feet, in those areas. I've not tried it under the bed sheets, but I've tried it in my socks, and even when I'm walking around and it melts the soap, it's very uncomfortable to walk on, but it does seem to be working. Another thing for restless legs is to wrap your sorry for that, is to wrap a blanket over your legs when you're trying to go to sleep, like a heavy blanket, and hopefully that helps. So the next things I'll talk about are not 100% recommended, and do use other substances to try and combat the withdrawals that you're on. So this is a disclaimer. I'm not saying this is the best way forward. I'm not advertising to say this is 100% the way to go. But if you are having severe pains, we have something in the UK called paracetamol. In the US, it's a different brand. Let me just Google that 1 second. Other names for it are Tylenol or acetaminophen. So yeah, that's just a general over-the-counter painkiller. You can also get anti-inflammatories such as ibuprofen. You could ask your doctor or your prescriber to prescribe something such as naproxen, and that may help because that's an anti-inflammatory pain relief medicine. And I found that both paracetamol and ibuprofen work, but just obviously in moderation. I don't want to overdo that. Then your next level up from that, you can ask your prescriber, if they will, to prescribe a short period dose of a benzodiazepine such as diazepam or lorazepam, or even to help you sleep, a sleeping pill such as zopiclone. A common thing that people that come off of opiates, that they're often on other medications such as antipsychotics or antidepressants that have a sleeper effect. Because the body is used to this at the same time as the opiates, they don't generally work as well as they do as a sleeper, as what they would have whilst you was on the opiate. So it's better to have a short term based supplement of another drug to really help combat that sleep problem, that sleep deficiency which is caused. I'm not saying that's the way forward, and if you do get onto something like a benzodiazepine, only a short dose, maybe up to 7 days worth. Obviously, you'll have to work out the dose of the diazepam, such as 2, 5, or 10 milligram, depending on your body weight and metabolism and all that stuff. The best way is to approach your doctor about that, not to go buying them off of the streets. Sometimes people will prescribe gabapentin. That's a neurological painkiller that really does dampen the pain down in the legs. Some prescribers are not that keen on prescribing gabapentin or pregabalin for a short term for issues such as restless leg syndrome or chronic pain because of the withdrawals. Some do. I guess it's who you are and how much they trust you and stuff like that. But the one thing you do not want to be doing is switching one drug addiction for another. Try to avoid anything that's kind of opiate based, so codeine phosphate. Stay away from all of that type of stuff. But yeah, I genuinely do wish anyone that's watching this the best. Another drug that I do want to add in there that's kind of a herbal plant medicine. It's used in Indonesia, used as a great medicine across the world, is a drug called quieten. It comes from a plant. There's 3 main strains of 3 different colours, red, white and green. Do your research about it. I'm not here to preach about that. But there has been many hundreds of people that have reported that quieten has saved them from pretty much next to no withdrawal symptoms. It's legal in the UK. It's legal in the US in some states. But you can access it and buy it from like the Netherlands and Amsterdam and those regions and get it imported to your country. I have heard great things about it. I'm yet to try it. I'm waiting for mine to be delivered. But I've done lots of research into it. It helps people with social situations and can be said to cure Asperger's. But with that in mind, I've heavily been told to not use it for more than 7 days. If you have an addictive personality like myself, and you've got yourself hooked on a drug such as buprenorphine or heroin, then the best thing to do is to take yourself away from every other substance. But sometimes I recognize that you do need help, and by getting help you have to use other substances. I'm not saying that's for everyone, but kratom, apparently, I will maybe make an update video, is the way to go. Please do research, please take it in moderation and carefully. I hope this helps even one person out there to try and get over what they're going through. I understand I've not probably been the most clear, or my clarity has not been the best when I'm talking, but I am on day 5, like I said, 125 hours right now, and 12 minutes if I want to be precise. But it's the furthest I've gone. I think I'm definitely the other side of the rabbit hole. And when I do wake up, I feel fucking great. Like, I feel like I've kicked it. I'm going through with it, and that's the way forward. So God bless you all. I hope you get through it, and if you watch this and it helps you, then thank you, and just take care of yourself.